Now let's take a time to go over digital versus traditional marketing. We want to go over this so that you guys can understand the difference between the two and better understand what it is that you guys are going to be doing to help accomplish successful business actions online. So what is traditional marketing? Traditional marketing is that tried and true method of promoting a product or service and a brand that have been in use for years. This is going to use various channels such as print, broadcast, direct mail, phone, and even outdoor advertising. So then what is digital marketing? Digital marketing involves the promotion of products, brands, and services still, but this is going to be through your online channels, specifically media channels, things like search engines, websites, social media, email, or mobile apps. You're going to be leveraging the power of technology to reach and engage with your targeted audiences. Some of the key differences between traditional and digital marketing are going to be reach, interactivity, and measurability. With reach, traditional marketing is limited. All right, it's going to be limited to a local reach more than likely. You could do a national reach, but you're definitely not going to be able to get that global reach. The cost would be immense. Now, interactivity. You're going to see for your traditional marketing, your interactivity lowered down because you're not going to be able to be directly interactive with people. Unless they're calling you on the phone, you can't have conversations. And then finally, measurability. You have no idea how many people have answered the phone, how many people have opened up your mail or just threw it away. There's no real way to measure the effectiveness of a traditional campaign. Now, there are certain KPIs that can measure those traditional marketing structures, but it is much more difficult. Now, from the digital marketing standpoint, we do see that reach, interactivity, and measurability become much more simplified for us. With digital marketing, your reach goes from a local, national to more global reach. You can interact with people from Texas all the way over in Japan. Your interactivity also increases because on things like social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc., you can interact with people in the comments. You can send people direct messages. You can actually have conversations with these people instead of just sending them all of your marketing material. Finally, measurability. With our tools online, you can apply certain KPIs that will measure the effectiveness of your campaigns. If you're doing an email campaign, the KPIs will measure the effectiveness of that email campaign. How many clicks, how many opens, how many unsubscribers, how many people actually followed through, went through your funnel, and clicked purchase. You'll be able to identify where you need to change things, what you need to say better, how you need to say it differently, etc., so that you can have better conversion rates, all because the measurability of things like digital marketing are so much easier. Finally, you have cost and adaptability. Traditional marketing, like I mentioned already, is extremely costly. It costs a lot of money to print out a flyer and then mail it to everyone on your list. Same with adaptability. It's really hard to adapt an ongoing campaign if you're mailing things to your customers. Now, as far as digital marketing goes, the cost is a lot less. You can create one flyer and send it to thousands of people via one email. Now, it does cost you to send out those emails. It can cost you anywhere from $100 to maybe even $400 per month, but that's on a per month basis. Per campaign, traditional speaking, that could cost you anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000, depending on how much you need printed. So the cost really is driven down by being a digital marketing campaign and utilizing things like email, text message, direct messenger, social media posts, etc. Now, the adaptability is even better because since it's a digital product, if you need to adapt your email marketing campaign mid-campaign, you can do so. You can change the copy directly within your campaign tool and have it ready to go instead of saying, we'll just change it on the next one, thus going and getting a whole bunch of prints redone, etc. So the adaptability in the real time is so much more effective. So some of the pros and cons to this discussion are going to be traditional marketing has an established trust and familiarity. All right. Some of the cons are going to be it's difficult to track and measure that campaign's performance, and it's expensive compared to digital marketing. Those are some of the things that we've already discussed. Now, as far as digital marketing, you have a much wider global reach. And this is an ability to target specific demographics or audiences at that global level. That's going to increase who your target audience is. Next, you've got interactivity and engaging through social media. This right here is one of the key benefits of digital marketing. You can make it much more personal by being able to interact. Now, some of the cons is that it can potentially be overwhelming due to the abundance of digital channels. It's hard to narrow down which one your company wants to use, especially being a new company on the block. Next, you have increasing competition. All right, so the competition is growing rapidly in the online space. So you are going to be competing with tons of people doing the exact same thing as you. This forces you to be creative and think outside of the box. You have to be innovative with everything that you do so that you can stand out amidst the sea of businesses. So let's look at some real world examples. Diving into these real world examples for memorable advertisements that you've encountered recently, whether online or offline. Think about things like Apple, Samsung, McDonald's, TikTok, or Facebook. I want you to ask yourself, how did these ads make you feel? How do they make you feel now? Why do you feel so connected to them? Who do you think that they are talking to? If you can ask yourself these questions and answer them, you're going to be able to understand digital marketing much more realistically. When I think of Apple, I think of the fact that they are constantly telling me how much easier my content creation is going to be and how good their product is. When I think of McDonald's, I think of ba-da-ba-ba, I'm loving it. And you really think about the fact that they are trying to sell you love and happiness through your meal. Then I think of TikTok, engagement, sharing, getting it out there that I too have a talent that other people can enjoy. Facebook, connectivity with my friends, my family, and the businesses that I love to support. So really think about that so that you guys can have a better understanding. And to wrap things up, and as we conclude, it's important to note that there is no definitive better method between digital and traditional marketing. Though I can argue that digital marketing is moving towards the better method. As of right now, lots of companies incorporate both. This choice is going to depend on factors like the nature of the business, the target audience, and some of your specific goals. But for the purposes of this course, I want you to understand that this modern age as a combination approach might be the most effective approach because it could give the most effective yielded results. So let's continue to look through things and let's talk about how we can use this in our daily lives to do a better job.